Hi seniors, my goal in this video is to give you some guidance for your response paper revisions and specifically to talk to you about why revisions are important, how to use your rubric to help you revise, where to submit your revisions once you've completed them, and what to communicate to your practicum teacher so that he or she can clearly see the changes that you have made. And I just want to note at the beginning of this video, this is maybe my fifth version or at least fifth attempt at starting this video. And the reason that I am revising it is for the sake of clarity. As I've seen areas where I can be clearer and give you more helpful feedback, I have decided that it is worth the effort of trying again to make this video. So here goes. Let's talk about why we revise. So to be clearer, to communicate clearly in ways that are helpful and persuasive for people. But specifically in the practicum process, our goal this year and everything that we are doing is to equip you to understand and redemptively respond to problems in the world. So we spent the first part of this semester focusing on research so that you could understand the problem that you were seeking to respond to, and then you have now made and supported an argument about how people should respond to this problem. You are going to hopefully find some ways to put elements of that argument into practice in your work next semester through your service project, and then to communicate your understanding and your recommendations to other people in your presentation. So the work that you do in revising is not only strengthening your thinking skills, which is something we want you to be equipped with when you leave AACS and go on after this year, but it is also preparing you to both apply and communicate the things that you've learned in your work next semester. So of course, getting a few points more on your grade is helpful, but that is not the most important reason to engage in the revision process. So let's talk about how to use the rubric to help you revise. You may have noticed that your teachers didn't make a whole lot of comments on your paper, and that's because there is so much information contained in this document that it would be inefficient for your teachers to rewrite some of this in comments on your paper. So your rubric tells you two things. It tells you what your teachers are looking for, what it looks like to successfully meet the expectations of this assignment, and it tells you where you are, so how close you are to meeting that goal. So what you should look at as you are planning your revisions is any area where you did not get the full amount of points, and then look at where you are and what you need to do to earn full credit. So what do you need to do to meet the expectations of the assignment? So rather than just looking at your teacher's comments, I would very strongly recommend opening this document, looking for areas where your points are not full credit, and then looking at where you are and where you need to be. That is going to help you focus your revisions. Once you have made those changes, you are simply going to resubmit it to the original assignment, which will generate a notification to your teacher. That means you don't have to reattach it to a different assignment, you are just resubmitting it here. However, you are submitting one additional thing with your revisions, and that is your responses to these two questions. So to help your teacher see clearly the changes that you've made, you're going to share with them both the areas of paper that you revised, and notice how to be specific and clear here. Don't be vague, be as specific as possible. You're welcome to reference some of the items in your rubric to say what you changed. I changed my evidence for reason 2. I changed my quote introductions. I changed my topic sentence. So be as specific as you can in that, and then talk about the changes that you made. So what specifically did you do to improve this area of your paper? So those two things will help your teacher to see the work that you've done and focus on those areas of the rubric as they look at your revisions. One thing that I do want to say is that it is really tempting to start and sometimes stop with just fixing typos and formatting errors, and those are certainly the easiest fixes to make, but those are not the most important part of this paper, and just fixing those things alone, unless they were your only errors, those are not going to make a substantial difference in your grade. So really what you want to do is fix all of the things having to do with your ideas and your writing first, and then the last step of polishing should be fixing typos and formatting errors. That is not the only thing. That's not the focus of the revision process. That is the focus of the editing process, which is a little bit different than revising. So I hope that this is helpful just in reminding you why this process is important, what our overall goal is, how you can use your rubric to guide your own revision process, where you are going to share those revisions with your teacher, and how you're going to communicate the changes that you have made. Again, know that this work not only matters right now for your work this semester, it is going to feed into the work that you're doing next semester. And our goal is that this equips you as you leave AACS to be someone who can respond redemptively to the many problems in the world around us.